Welcome to History's Mysterious Minds, an audio journey into the strange, the forgotten, and the mysterious side of our history. Here, we explore the unexplained, the forgotten, and the moments that made people stop, question, and wonder what was really happening behind the scenes. Some mysteries come from ancient ruins, others from strange creatures. But tonight's mystery came directly through the television set. A voice interrupting a normal evening broadcast, a message claiming to come from beyond Earth itself. This is the story of the Southern TV broadcast interruption. It was the evening of November 26, 1977. Across southern England, viewers were settling down to watch the local news on Southern television. The programme was the regional news show called Southern TV News. At around 5 minutes past 5 in the evening, everything seemed perfectly normal. The newsreader was speaking as usual. The broadcast signal carried across homes and living rooms throughout the region. Then suddenly, something strange happened. The newsreader's voice began to distort. The sound turned into a buzzing hum, and then another voice appeared. It was calm, mechanical, and completely unexpected. The voice claimed to be speaking on behalf of an extraterrestrial group. It introduced itself as Vrillon. According to the voice, it represented something called the Ashtar Galactic Command. The message addressed the people of Earth directly. The voice said humanity was approaching a critical point in its history. It warned that the world must learn to live in peace. Weapons of war, it said, must be removed, and humanity must listen to what it called the voice of reason. The broadcast interruption lasted several minutes. Across southern England, thousands of viewers heard the strange message coming through their televisions. Some thought it was a technical fault. Others thought it might be a prank. A few listeners wondered if something far more unusual was happening. The voice continued calmly. It told humanity that many false prophets and guides were operating in the world. It warned people to learn to be sensitive to what it called the inner voice. The message claimed humanity was entering a new age of awareness, an age when people would need to change their ways or face destruction. The voice never raised its tone. It spoke slowly and deliberately, almost like a formal announcement. Eventually, after about 6 minutes, the message ended. The normal audio signal returned, and the TV broadcast continued as if nothing had happened. Inside the studio, the news presenter had not even realised what viewers had heard. The disruption had occurred in the transmission signal, not in the studio itself. Soon after the incident, the television station received calls from confused viewers. People wanted to know what had happened. Had the station been hacked? Had someone taken over the signal? Or had something even stranger occurred? Engineers quickly began investigating the problem. At the time, TV signals were transmitted using powerful broadcast towers. These towers sent signals across large areas, but they could sometimes be vulnerable to interference. The engineers soon discovered the likely explanation. Someone had managed to overpower the signal of a small relay transmitter, specifically a transmitter near the town of Hannington in Hampshire. By broadcasting a stronger signal on the same frequency, it was possible for someone nearby to override the normal sound. The video image would remain the same, but the audio could be replaced. This technique is known as signal intrusion. While technically difficult, it was not impossible with the right equipment. The authorities concluded that the message had most likely been a sophisticated prank. Someone with knowledge of radio transmission had managed to interrupt the broadcast. Despite investigations, the identity of the person responsible was never confirmed. And so the mystery remained. The strange message soon became one of the most famous broadcast interruptions in history. It joined a list of bizarre signal hijackings that puzzled TV viewers around the world. Some people believed it was simply an elaborate hoax. Others wondered whether it might have been a protest message disguised as science fiction, and a few even speculated that the message could have been genuine. But what made the incident so memorable was its timing. The late 1970s were filled with fascination about extraterrestrials. Films, books, and television programs about aliens were incredibly popular. The idea of visitors from other worlds captured the imagination of millions. So when a mysterious voice suddenly appeared on television claiming to speak for an alien command, people listened, even if only for a moment. Today, the recording of the message still circulates online. The calm, robotic voice continues to deliver its warning, encouraging humanity to abandon violence and embrace peace. Whether prank, performance, or technical experiment, the interruption became a small but fascinating piece of media history. It also highlighted how powerful broadcast technology had become. For decades, television had been a trusted voice entering homes every day. A sudden interruption reminded viewers that even that system could be vulnerable, and sometimes a simple prank can turn into a lasting mystery. Decades later, people still ask the same question. Who was behind the message? How exactly did they manage it? And why choose such a strange and theatrical warning? Perhaps the answer is simple. Someone wanted to see if they could do it. Someone wanted to create a moment people would never forget. If that was the goal, it worked. Because on a quiet November evening in 1977, thousands of people heard a voice claiming to speak from beyond Earth. A voice that briefly took control of the airwaves and left behind one of the strangest moments in TV history. You've been listening to History's Mysterious Minds, an audio podcast exploring the strange, the forgotten, and the mysterious side of our history. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and share the podcast with others who love uncovering the hidden stories of the past. Until next time, keep questioning, keep wondering, because history still holds mysteries waiting to be discovered.